Welcome back to the final Boy You Have Seen Nothing of 2017. And the way we're going to end it with a bang. It's almost Christmas time, and it's about time I finally saw this movie. And that is It's a Wonderful Life. Enjoy. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review It's a Wonderful Life. So It's a Wonderful Life stars James Stewart, and what this film is basically about. It's about this man, named George Bailey, and what happens is he's very down on life. He's very depressed. He has a lot of regrets in life, and he threatens to take his own life on Christmas until a guardian angel comes down from heaven to kind of show him what would happen if he was never born and why his life is so important. So, what did I think of It's a Wonderful Life? Now, It's a Wonderful Life is one of those Christmas movies that everybody talks about. It's one of those ones everyone watches every Christmas. But I have never seen the movie. Despite how much it's been talked about, despite how many people say, it's one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made, I never have seen it before. So I figured for the final Boy You Have Seen Nothing of 2017, I figured we go out with a bang and talk about this movie since it's almost Christmas time. It's literally in 3 days now. But yeah, I figured why not? Let's finally do it. Let me finally sit down and watch this movie and see what all the hype is about. And ladies and gentlemen, the hype is indeed real. I loved It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life is definitely a fantastic movie. I loved almost every minute of this movie. This movie is fantastic. I really did love It's a Wonderful Life. It is such an incredible movie. But let's get into my positives with the film. And my positives are, first being the acting. The acting is really fantastic in this movie. I do think everyone gives a great performance. James Stewart as George Bailey. This is probably one of the best performances I've ever seen. I love James Stewart in this movie as George Bailey. He gives such a great and just human performance. You know what I mean? He really does. And what I love about his character is that his character is so flawed. And he just feels human. And that's what I like about it. And that's what I like about this movie. It makes it really make its main character really feel human. You know what I mean? It's not like it's an actor playing a character. No, it just seems like it's a real person just going through all this stuff. And that's what I love about James Stewart's performance, is that he makes it feel like, he makes it feel so real. And that's what I love about it. And you feel real emotion with this character and with his performance. And that's why I think I really like the most about this movie, is that he just gives such a human performance in this movie, and it's really fantastic. It makes you really feel bad for this guy, and when some certain scenes happen in the movie, you're just like, man, I feel so bad. It almost kind of makes you depressed a bit, because it's just like, man, because this guy is going through so much, and just, he just has so much regret, and I really do think that's really fantastic. I really loved how, this movie, how James Stewart really conveyed that with his performance, and how the movie executed that really well. And I do think he gives a really fantastic performance in the film. And so does everyone else too. I really do think the rest of the acting is really great. There's not a bad performance in this movie at all. Everyone is on top of their game in this movie. I really did think the acting was fantastic. And like I mentioned beforehand, I love how kind of human this is. Like I said, it almost felt like a documentary in some ways, where it's just it doesn't feel like an actor is playing this character. It's just this, we're documenting this guy's life. It just felt so real to me and felt so emotional to me, honestly. I really liked that a lot, and it really made me invested in the movie and really made me feel emotional. I really did. I really felt a big emotional weight with this movie, and they did a really great job of that. And I really did think they did a fantastic job of that in the film. And I do like the message of this movie a lot, actually. I do. It's kind of like no matter how many, life regrets you have, no matter how many mistakes you made, and no matter how little the things you have, it's about being happy with the things that you do have. And you know what I mean? Like, I really do like that message a lot. And it's really executed well in this movie, especially when you get to the, last half of the movie. I do really think they convey that emotion really well. Like, you don't need all the money in the world. You don't need, all this other stuff. It's nice to just have the things that you do indeed have. And that's what I really like about this movie. And I think they do convey that emotion real well in the movie and that message very, very, very well in the movie. I do think they do a very excellent job with that in this film. The writing is really great too. I do think the writing is really fantastic with the movie. It has an excellent, excellent screenplay. The screenplay is really great. I thought the dialogue, all the characters were really fantastic. The directing is amazing too. Very well shot. Editing's really good too. Cinematography is beautiful. I really love the cinematography with it. So yeah, the directing is really fantastic with this movie. Pacing, for the most part, really is really good too. The movie's 2 hours and 10 minutes. I do think the movie does move at a nice, natural pace. I was really invested in the film a lot for a majority of it. I do think the pacing is really good and it did really keep me invested. So yeah, the movie does move at a nice, natural pace for the most part. Now, the only negative that I do have is that it does get a bit slow in the middle portion of the movie. I will say that there was a point in the middle portion of the movie where I did feel it dragging a bit and kind of just slowing down. And I was just like, okay, you could kind of pick up the pace a little bit here, but it was just only in that portion in the middle where I just felt like it was slowing down just a bit. So yeah, that's really the only time I ever felt the pacing was just in that middle portion where I did feel like it was slowing down a bit. But besides that, yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. I can definitely see why so many people consider this a Christmas classic, why a lot of people watch this during Christmas, because it's amazing. It's a wonderful movie, I guess you could say. It's really fantastic. I really do love It's a Wonderful Life a lot. I definitely see why this movie means a lot to people, actually. I really do see it. It's a phenomenal film. I really did love It's a Wonderful Life a lot. So it's time for my official grade on It's a Wonderful Life, and my official grade on It's a Wonderful Life is an A. It's a really fantastic movie. I really did love It's a Wonderful Life a lot. It's definitely a Christmas movie. I don't know if I would say I would come back to every single year, but I definitely would go back and watch this. If someone said, hey, let's watch it, It's a Wonderful Life, I would definitely watch it again. It's an amazing movie. I really did love it a lot. It's a fantastic film, and it definitely deserves an A. Amazing movie. So, that wraps up Boy, You've Seen Nothing of 2017. Man, it's been great. It's been great seeing movies that I've never seen before, like these classic films that everybody, talks about, and finally seeing them for the first time this year. So yeah, it's been a ton of fun. And, yeah, hopefully I'm definitely going to be doing it again next year, and hopefully it's just as fun. So yeah. So, what did you think of It's a Wonderful Life? Leave in the comment section below. And I'm FilmFan0599, and we will see you all later. Peace.